Good evening, everybody. This is the centerofthenet.com's very first Evocampus Evo status update 1A. Okay, this is history being made. This is a very quick video blog that I'm making right here to introduce you to the Evocampus at the centerofthenet.com. I guarantee you. Well, it's not me. I believe that the community is going to create one of the very best open source opportunities that I've ever seen, and I know that there's a lot of really great open classroom and open source learning environments online. There's hundreds and thousands and even millions. I don't know how many there are. But the goal of the centerofthenet.com is to bring those services to you, okay? To bring them to the individuals and to the students. Knowledge is power, and everybody needs to learn something. I know that one of the biggest things I remember when I was a younger student, I guess about 94, before Windows 95, is one of my teachers or somebody said somewhere that basically a 12-year-old student today has more access to education more than a doctor had, somebody with a 12-year degree, in the 1980s. And that's what they said in 1995. Today it's unreal. On this planet of ours, we've got a very great tool, the internet. Finally, humanity's done something good. So let's try to create a center for it. So this is the introductory blog for that. It is very much an alpha stage development, and you're going to see me developing it a lot, really, really a lot, okay? What we have right now is this main section that you have is going to be the Evocampus open lobby section, the front part of the university, of the, we're gonna, what do we call it, I university, like the I, all right, it'll jump out the window before we do that. But what we have here is we have the opening introduction room. I know you don't have a mind map or a flow chart. We'll get it up there for you later on. In this first section, you will be seeing some editorial. I promise you I will have some of the best news related to education and a big variety that I could find and that the community could find. I mean, come on, this is the center of the net. This is what what the whole world submits for open source education. We'll have the news and the editorial in the first section. Nothing from me as an individual. It's got to be about the world. We will have a localization introduction. When you come into the site, there will be eventually a box of keywords, and those keywords will be languages. Okay, I thought about using a language bar, but it is a multi-language world that we're living in, and the internet, as far as I know, doesn't have any borders or any passports or have any kind of requirements. That was all man-made boundaries that kept us back in the past. So welcome to the world here. There's going to be a version of this for every language. Unfortunately, it'll be in English first, but please don't be discouraged. Please come back. In the future, there'll be more. So we're going to have the editorial in the main section and the localization selection. We will also have an open Evostat wiki, okay, in this main lobby section. We're going to have a educational wiki. What are we going to do? What are we going to make out of our little Evocampus here? What classes are we going to have offered? Who's got some ideas? Whatever your ideas, that's what everybody, I hope you know what wiki means. I hope I could do a good job of creating a usable wiki, and I hope that in the future everybody makes it even more usable. So we'll have the wiki in the main section. We'll have the section editorial. We're going to have the localization content, and we're also going to have a forum. And it looks like right now I'm having a difficult time having the forums be placed directly in the section. There's a lot of design strategy I got to work out here, so you probably will have to go to the other the forum part of this website. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'll be able to put them here yet, but I'm not sure yet. Okay. Okay, and there's going to be, after that, we're going to have a directory, and inside of that directory, we're going to have our classes. Okay. The first class is going to be ESL, just because I am a teacher in ESL, and that's what I got content to fill right now. But there's going to be an open classroom, and anybody's going to be able to start their own group for whatever class and whatever subject that they like. The ESL classroom, we will talk about the ESL classroom. Well, it's difficult. We're going to have a localization of ESL classroom. I'm sorry, that's the challenge. Are we going to have like ESL classrooms in China, or ESL classrooms in Africa, ESL classrooms in North America? How exactly are we going to do that? Well, we'll have the language localization. We'll have a local training center localization, which will be like a Craigslist type. Select your country. Within that country, you should find your localized training centers. People could add those just however they feel free. On that level of selection of the directory of the ESL, on that ESL group, it's going to share editorial news, and it's going to share editorial news by language. So if whatever the English-speaking country is, then they'll have the English version of the news, even though they could choose local countries for their local schools. And the same thing goes with Spanish or any other language. That kind of template's going to follow it. Now, there will be International Commercial Training Center study groups. Okay, I'm not trying to have any copyright problems, but with the big schools like Berlitz and Wall Street and Only English, there's a large group of students that go to those schools, and they want to maybe have some forums. Maybe they want to talk about their lessons or how they studied it, whatever. Well, people could join those forums and have their own study groups within their own campuses, revolving around the big international training center groups. There will be an open source learning group that I'm looking forward to helping building up. Yes, we have the support for the commercial students, but I'd like to provide an opportunity for people to go in an open source classroom. And then there will be my students that I've taught personally from my own training history in the last 7 years here in China. They'll be able to come in and join my training. And within my training center, I'll have the statement, and I'll have some video training, and I'll have some online lessons in line. We'll have the forum, editorial, and stuff like that. Okay. All that is optional within every group. The communities plays a big role in its creation, I hope. Right now, I'm working on seeing what the limitations of these groups are designed with Drupal still. I'm working on it as fast as I can. I wouldn't be putting up this video blog, but I've got a deadline that I'm trying to meet, and I've only got a couple days. I got to test some students, and I got to get out there in the job market. It's pretty rough, so I'm trying to do this as fast and as hard as I can. So, like I said, we're going to be flying here as fast as I could work. Unfortunately, I have to go out tomorrow morning at 10:30 to a job, and then I have to go out at 6:30 to another job. I promise you I'll get like no more than 4 hours of sleep tonight to try to get the center up and running and in a usable way, so we can get people in and out and try to get people happy and knowledgeable and wise. All right. So that's that. And biggest challenges right now, working on the forums, understanding the limitation of the functions. I will populate it with information and data later on, and I will make branch classrooms. Okay, we're coming up to 10 minutes. The Yahoo limitation. Stop.